Up, guys? Kokebois here, and this is the Monday episode of the Good Living Podcast. Today, we're supposed to talk about the worst relationships you've ever been in, the worst relationship I've ever been in, and I put out my email and my DMs were open to different messages, and I got a bunch, to be honest. But I don't think I can take every single one of them. I can summarize. I don't think I can summarize everyone, but I'll summarize. I'll talk about the ones that time will permit. I don't like my podcast going beyond 45 minutes because I believe we all have other things to do. And guess who has water by his side today? Because I always talk until my throat is dry. And always forget to keep water beside me when I'm talking. And you guys don't notice how difficult it is sometimes, but it really, really bugs me. And after I'm done recording, I get a headache. But now I have cold water beside me. And coincidentally, I always have to record in the dark house. I always have to record in the dark house. First of all, I always have to record at home whenever I have to record. I prefer to record at home normally, but I don't ever have issues or reason to be like, ah, shit, I have to record and I'm not in the house. Always. And then always, most of the time, if I'm recording when it's dark at night, that day there will not be light at home. Sometimes in the middle of my recording, then the light comes. Sometimes in the middle of my recording, the light goes. But at some point during my recording, it's darkness, and then movements begin to happen in my house. I know I don't have cockroaches. It's just I think it's the breeze or something. But a door will just close somewhere. It should be scary, but I'm used to it now. Maybe my house is haunted. Who knows? Yeah. So the first one is a voice note I got, and I'm just going to. I can't play a voice note. I mean, I could, but I won't, right? Because some of you might make out the voice of the person, and then the whole thing will just scatter. So, but I think this is by far one of the worst stories. So I'm going to start with it. So this, she said I should say the guy's name, right? Fuck, forgotten his surname. It's an Igbo name. Yeah, Mba Grace. Grace is the guy's name. Oh. So she said this was her sister. I don't know why people from a certain place. I don't want to call this person's tribe as well. I don't want any clues because I don't know who knows this story. But people call your cousin sister, you call your cousin your brother. You just call everybody that's related to you your brother, and you mean it. If I say someone is my brother, I might say yeah, brother, brother. Like I won't mean it. I'll just say it in the sense of to show that you're from the same place, and not necessarily my family member. I don't say maybe somebody with the same tribe as me. I can call the person my brother, and they will understand that I'm saying that because of the tribe, not to intentionally give the impression that we are actually kin or blood related. But people from here, they just anybody that is from their village is their brother. That my brother we see that day. I mean, and it's not even your blood relation. But when I further inquired, this girl told me it was her cousin. This thing happened to. Later one Igbo boy, Mba Grace. And this guy started dating her cousin, right? And the relationship was nice. They were happy for her because the girl, like, she used to always pick wrong men. She has poor taste in men, wrong guys, people that always beat her, is who she used to always date. And so in her final year in IMSU, she is in IMSU, Imo State University. I don't know what they call it. She said Imo State University. She met the guy. He had finished school. I think he was a senior. Said they met when he came for his class or something like that. So this guy had money. I think he was doing Yahoo. Had money. She thinks he was doing Yahoo, and all of that was sponsoring the girl. I think he paid her final year school fees. Was like pocket money, everything. And then the relationship was nice. Everybody knew. And then the guy went broke. I think as a Yahoo boy now, if you don't pick for long and you don't make wise decisions with your money while you're up, you're going to go broke. Like very, very horribly. I know people who have focus on the story. So this guy was not changing. You get a few months in after he's become broke. She has finished. She was waiting for service. So he was changing, right? Small thing will annoy him. Papa, papa, that's how he will beat her. Like he now became a thing where if they call her small like this, he will hit her while he was broke. And she didn't leave the relationship still because she just thought, okay, if the guy gets money, the sweet guy will come back and all of that. That's what she believed. So There's this thing she made mention of, right? The guy used to always slap her on her left eye. Like he wants to start beating her, but pop left eye. That's where the first slap will go, and then whatever happens happens. Then she started feeling like it's almost intentional. The guy, like before, you will see she will have like black eye, right? And before the black eye will heal completely to not show again, there will be a fight that will make him go to that black eye and that left eye and slap it again. It was like an obsession for him. I don't understand that kind of thing, but apparently that's what he was doing. And then he got to a point one day he slapped her back, and she felt like she thought she was crying, but when she now looked at her hand, she thought it was blood. She didn't do anything. She didn't want to tell anybody. So when she went back home, her she cleaned it up and it was just her eye was red and all of that. So she was just wearing shades for a while. So the eye was blurry, right? It was like if she closes her right eye now and she wants to see with her left eye, it will look like very blurry. And she didn't know what was going on. But the thing started clearing up a little bit. People started noticing what's wrong with you. I think this person, she was telling that she noticed that her sister had problem with her boyfriend because the girl liked posting her face and all this stuff. You know how small things selfie. The girl stopped posting. The video called one day. She now saw something fucked up on her eye. The girl lied about it. So that whole episode passed. One final time they fought again. This guy, I think she told him they made peace about it. I don't know how it is, man. But people toxic relationship really beat the women. I really don't know what keeps them in it, but I can think or I can assume that it is that these guys compensate for the beating when they are not beating them. So maybe he shows you excess love, gives you excess attention, maybe excess money, whatever. Like really, really makes you feel loved when he's not beating you, except when he's beating you. So you just feel like, you know what, this beating is just a beating. Finally, he will get back and he's going to make up for it. That's how they think, I guess. So everything was cool until this guy focused he got angry one day at her and focused his hand on her left eye again. There, one slap. It was she couldn't see. Her eye was open, but she couldn't see. So she just ran out of the house. The following day, she opened it. It was blurry, but worse than before. She went to the hospital. What did the doctor tell her? That eye is as if it's not going to. That is, I don't know how they say, but what I've heard before, they say the eyes bar. Why people's eye problems are always irreversible is that it's just like several wires connecting piece of one item, right? So imagine you have a ball, and then for the ball to work, there are several wires connected to the brain, from the brain to that wall, to that ball. And those wires are small, fiber like things like thread. A lot, very, very tiny, and they are plenty. So if, and all of them are useful, right? So if like a bunch of them cut, just like in electricity, there's no way you can join it back. And for it, in electricity, you can just join cut wires back and all of them will work. But it's your eye, it's small. The wires are like, microscopic and they're just tiny. And when a bunch of them cut, you can't really join them back or find which is for which or whatever. It's just impossible. All right. And I think that's why the thing was irreversible and said that's how she will have to see. So Grace has been blinded by your fuck it now. Sorry, this is so insensitive. How could I? No. But apparently Grace blinded her now, like slapped her, and she just there in and at the hospital where she said she blocked him, and that whole thing ended there. She was not going to go back to a relationship anymore. And it's unfortunate that she had to get to that point. But Mba Grace, I don't know who you are, but I think if you're a man bearing Grace, then it should be very easy to find you. If anybody has a database of Imo State University students, what I did ask was the timeline. But to ensure anonymity and to make sure that I don't know too much about the case, so that I don't expose who it is or much about it, who it is. I try to get as little information as possible. I don't want to have information that I'm not necessarily using so that I won't know too much. So I didn't ask what year the Imba graduated, but it's Imo State University. Imba Grace, that's a funny name. All right. And then my own story of my worst relationship ever. I thought about saying this after I had this discussion with my guy Jafet. But before that, I selected two more that I'm going to talk about. The other ones, look, don't be discouraged, all right? If I call for stories like this, I like everybody's. No one's own is not important. Honestly, I think after this, I'll try and adjust or practice so I can fit everyone in. But in my plan today, I just couldn't. But it doesn't mean if you bring your own story, it won't. I won't read it here because it's all important. But a lot of them, a lot of the stories, to be honest, are like cheating. Okay, he cheated. Like it's nothing really, juicy. And I like details. A lot of them were just lacking details, and that was why. So these two that I picked, I can read them to you because this is on the anonymous link I posted, and I got zero emails. To be honest, nobody mailed me. I don't know why people hate sending mails. Some people don't even have their emails logged into their phone. Oh. They just log their Google account just to get their contacts, and that's that. Nothing again concerning them with their emails. That's funny. So here we get broke. I don't know. This person summarized it. I guess it's a she, unless she's gay. Okay, no. She indicated her gender. So we got broke. Because we lived together. I also had issues and lost my apartment, etc. We were having all these issues, and Baba was cheating with them local girls. Claims it was village people. I had to jump her because bro did hit me one time. Now I'm the girl he wants back. Wow, that was messed up. That's messed up. Why do I feel like clearly this is from one of my contacts? I don't like playing this game. Even if I play this game, I won't play it in public. I can guess. I can guess who sent. I don't know the story, but the writing pattern seems looks familiar. Um, let's leave that. Sailor got broke. You're living together. If your relationship gets to the point where you move in together, God, then that is like the final step before marriage. If you, as a Nigerian, because African parents and the way we do things in this country, our cultural values are very high, which is a good thing. If you get to the point where you can move in with a man or with a girl and start living together, cohabiting, then it's just marriage without being official. I mean, you that's it. And to think that that you can get to that stage and still have this kind of problems. Okay, but you say people got broke. But I don't know how you guys got broke. Did he gamble your finances away, or did you just was it the economy of the country? I don't know. Whatever it is, this couple got broke, and then they were having all these issues, financial issues, money issues, and the man still had time to cheat on him with girls that were far less than her. That's the thing, these guys. If you have money, right, and you're rich and you're attractive and you're like, you're the top G, you have money, we can understand that there's pressure on you. Women are hitting on you, all of this and that. Like women like money now, so people are attacking you. I'm not saying it's even right, Save. I'm just saying, okay, that way it doesn't look so bad. But that you are broke, living with your girlfriend, which means occasionally she feeds you while you feed her. Because if you are broke, then if two of you are broke, then it means two of you are broke. If I just clamoring, I say clamoring. If I just struggling to get whatever you can, each of you, and somehow you still have the energy in you instead of to work to cheat on her with girls that are worse than her. God, I mean, if I cheated on my girlfriend with a Beyonce, or even wait, even with like Nancy, Simi, or whatever, I don't think she. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Let me never talk about cheating. But like, for you to do that when you are broke with girls that are less than your girlfriend is just appalling. It's disgusting. And then you still hit her on top. I don't. I think people can forgive different things, but you see, to hit your girlfriend, you cheat on the girl and then you hit her. For heaven's sake, she's a girl. She has options. There is obviously a man that is better than you. That is better than him. You sister. There's obviously a man. You made the right decision. There's obviously a man better than that man you were with. If anybody hits you, you should leave. That's what I think. Especially if you're dating that person. If anybody hits you, you should jackpot. Here's my take on hitting women. I've said this before. I think I have an entire episode. You should check that out on hitting women. It's literally the title, hitting women, or what, or why should we hit men? Fuck, I can't remember. But I said if somebody you love, you can't hit them. I can't see myself hitting anybody I love. People I love, which include my girlfriend, my sisters, my cousins, and some female friends. Like, okay, girls in my life I consider friends. Those people, I would never hit them. Now, what constitutes the hitting? Like, if we are in a heated argument and my girlfriend or my sister or my cousin slaps me, I can deal with that another way. I won't hit her back. But say I'm in a public place, motor park, or somewhere, a public, maybe the filling station I'm trying to buy fuel now, and then I start, hold on, my mic, and then I start arguing with the attendant over something, right? Or another person trying to buy fuel, like get into an argument with a woman, the fuel attendant or a woman, another motorist coming to buy fuel, and that person lays their hands on me first, I will knock them the fuck out. Male or female, if you're a woman, though, it's unfortunate for you. I don't think I will. I will not. I cannot go and start throwing different punches on a woman. No, but I believe I will hit you hard enough one time for you to get reset. I don't think any man needs to hit a woman. If you know what you're, if you really want to do that and let everybody get their space, I think a little punch or some a slap that will reset everything will be fine. If the stranger or if a total stranger put their hands on me first as a woman, you see a strange man and you feel like you're the one that is angry enough to slap first. I think you will you get hit from me. That's and I have no remorse for that. Don't tell me there's no reason to hit a woman. You can't say this is absolutely no. I cannot just stand there and let them hit me and hit me. No, you're a stranger. I don't love you. What the fuck are you? So now I'm the girl he wants back. That's how this one ended. He said she had to Japan because he hit her one time, and now she's the girl he wants back. Great. This is a win story for me because you didn't stay until he abused the fuck out of you and blinded you. No, you left and you worked on yourself to the point where he wants you back, and that's how life should be. If you break up, anybody you are, my philosophy is this: if you break up, be the ex that is doing better, be the hot ex. Focus all your energy on not intentionally or directly trying to outcompete your ex, because there if you see their progress, then it's going to make you feel bad. But focus all your energy, forget about them, focus your energy on being 10 times the guy that she dated, so that even if you begin to one thing with guys here, if a woman breaks your heart, if a woman breaks your heart and you start sulking, you start feeling bad. Obviously, it's a terrible feeling to be heartbroken. Trust me, I know. And you start feeling bad and all of that. A lot of times when a girl is leaving, you tells you, I can't do this anymore. You're in her DM begging her, please don't. Nah, for real. If you even if she unless she doesn't mean it, some girls they do that where they tell you don't leave, but they just want you to beg because you fucked up, right? But if nothing happened and they just start giving you attitude, and before you know, they want out. It's a red sign, it's a flag, and chances are they found another man. If you are not abusive to a woman in a relationship, you are not how do I say it? Emotionally abusive, physically abusive, and you were not too far away. If the person you're dating that it seems like a happy relationship just ups and tells you one day, or starts going distant and then just tells you one day you can't do this anymore, you want to break up. My brother, I would say she has found another man. I highly doubt that a relationship that you two of you are just there, nothing is going on. Even if you don't have money, she wouldn't think of leaving you unless she has found another man that has more money, and then she doesn't want to cheat on you, so she wants to go to that man and leave you. That's just the explanation. If there's something wrong happening in your relationship and she wants to leave, then that's understanding. Maybe she just doesn't want to be in that kind of relationship anymore. But relationship where nothing is wrong, she just starts growing distant and tells you she wants to leave. Is another man she has found. Whether he's maybe he has not told her, but maybe she wants to leave it open so that when he finally asks if she's single, she can say yes and not be lying about it. So this person focused on being the better ex, the better doing ex, the ex that works out, the hot ex, and all of that, the one that started shining after the breakup. And if you work on yourself instead of drooling and getting sad and sulking over the person that left you, when you work on yourself for a month, whether physically working on yourself like going to the gym for a month will improve you so much that you say, yo, look at these muscles, man. I'm too good for this girl. I mean, this is not who she dated. So there's no way this person is going to go and date her. You get this is not the quality she was getting. This is a higher quality. And that other quality was what the other girl that she got. So this is a higher quality. She can't get this. I'm on to better things now, new things. Next girl. That's a lot of talking. All right, and then the next one. I dated a guy. I dated a guy from Benue State. It's hard to feel bad for you there. If he's an Idoma guy. Okay, no. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I wanted to say Idoma guys are great, but what do I know? I dated a guy from Benue State, and it all sincerely started well. Sincerely, it all started well until we got deep and personal. He had issues with extended family and properties. Long story short, the relationship had their hands on the matter and we got broke to be continued. I don't know what to say about this. You dated a guy from Benue State, right? And sincerely, it all started well until you got deep and personal. So let me pick this one apart. You started dating this guy, right? And everything was going well. What this means is that you saw him and he was stable to you, like someone that didn't have any baggage, any problems, financially or otherwise. And then you now knew him. You people now got to know personally. He opened up himself to you to the point where you knew he had personal issues with his extended family and properties, lands, and houses, whatever. You started knowing him to that extent that, oh, he has a court case here, he has a family issue here. That's, you started knowing him. And then because you started knowing those things, you have not said if those issues made him treat you badly. You've not said he cheated on you. You've not said anything wrong that this man did or anything that made the relationship so difficult. What you've said is, long story short, the village people had their hands on the matter, which means he lost whatever stuff that he was dragging with them with, right? And then you and him, got broke. You guys went broke to be continued. I saw this one at first and I said, you know what? I don't want everything to be linear. This is a story that deserves to be picked apart. And that's why I'm reading it out here. Because me from, see, forgive me, but what I'm seeing here, right, is just gold digger vibes. Thank God I don't know who you are, so you can get offended, but I'm just saying what it is. If anybody disagrees with me, then you can tell me if you disagree with me. But for real, what I'm seeing here is a story of started dating a guy. He thought he had money. Then apparently you now knew him closely. I saw that he didn't have as much money as he had, and the stuff that you think he had, actually he's fighting to keep them. And then he lost. He lost it. He couldn't keep them anymore, and then he got broke. And then you left him. Simple. And that is a very, very hideous, wicked story to tell. I don't mean to judge you. I don't mean to judge you. I don't mean to judge any woman, to be honest, when it comes to certain issues. This one looks really, really bad. And thank God that relationship got broken up, because I don't know what he's doing with a girl like you. But I think there is this internal manipulator in women. I think it's a survival tactic. If a woman doesn't have, and this has nothing to, this is a different thing. It has nothing to do with or to justify this story I just read. This story is on its own. I've already said what my own take is on it. But there's something I noticed, and I've seen this in several movies and in real life a lot. And as somebody who, I lost my mom when I was 8 years old, and I grew up without a mother for a while until my dad remarried. And it's not exactly the same thing. It's not even the same thing. It's nothing close to the same thing. So having only women around me who, how do I explain this? I just started watching out. I became very, very vigilant with women. I could get very clingy if I got to have a romantic relationship with somebody. I guess that was a thing. Very clingy and trusting. But some things happened that made me start looking at women and every single thing they do. And when I tell my own story of my worst relationship, then we might get there. I might explain more on this. What I noticed in those movies and in real life is this: women have a survival tactic, yeah, where it's manipulation. From a man's point of view, I'll call it manipulation. If a girl knows that you like her, she wants to get the most out of that relationship by trying to give the least. You understand? Not every girls, women are not sluts. I mean, not all of them, obviously. You think she's a loose girl because she's going out with every single guy. The thing is, if she could eat, go on dates, right, with all these guys, eat their money, go on vacations and their yacht and all of these things without having sex with them, she would, because she wants to take as much as possible and not give anything back. I saw this movie Blood and Water, and that guy with the dread, the fat guy with the dread, I just saw him as an absolute pussy. I don't know. I wasn't watching the movie. Somebody else, my girlfriend, was watching it, and I was just looking at it side by side once in a while. But I got a gist between that whole love triangle between the guy that girl was actually dating and that dreaded guy, the principal's son. The guy, the dreaded guy, likes her, simping around her, always around her, following her. Like, what the fuck, man? She basically friend zoned him, Abby, and then went to one party or whatever, and then kissed one guy, like started dating one other guy. But she needs help finding out a secret about somebody, so she needs help entering the school vault and entering places that she shouldn't enter to look for stuff and open books that she shouldn't be opening. But when she needs help for risky stuff like that, guess who she runs to? The dreaded guy. That's who she runs to help her. She doesn't ask her boyfriend for that kind of favors. Know the kind of man you're going to be, Sha. That's what I'll just say. Um, so I'm going to start my own story. I'm going to start my own story. So in 2020, yeah, this was 2020 or 2019. Fucking hell, I've forgotten. But I know that the relationship ended in 2020. So 2020, yeah, there was somebody whom I used to make frames normally, obviously. So somebody who got my number to make a frame one time, and a lot of times change numbers text me they want to make frames. So I think this was in 2019. I got this number, right? We chatted about that frame for a while. I think my price was too high, or she just changed her mind and didn't do the frame anymore. But she was still on my contact list now, viewing each other's status and that. And then I posted a status in Igbo. This is going to be a long story. Let me take a break. Let me continue. We're back. So I posted an update on my status, and I posted it in Igbo, my language. And then she now responded to the status. Say, you're Igbo? I said, yeah, I'm Igbo. So nice, and started asking me different things. So from there, we just hit it off, right? It was going smoothly. We'll be talking, we'll be texting there, and like chemistry was like instant. The spark was there. I don't know if this happens with your love life or other people's love life, but mine, I don't think I've ever, in my life, I've never done this where I walk up to a girl and say, hi, what's your name? Collect your number, then ask you, can you be my girlfriend? I've not done that in my life before. It's always I just start talking with somebody and then it's just chemistry and then maybe we just have a first kiss or something else happens and then we just decide yo we're a thing now. And so this was kind of like heading towards that direction. So I have a friend who knows her. And this just listen to this story, right? I have a friend who knows her. He was the one that gave her the connect for the frame. That is gave me her number, or gave her my number in the first place. And that my friend has a cosmate whom this girl had slept with before. But it was ooh, light is back. That's what's up. So apparently, hold on, I've got to do something real quick. This girl um was all sweet and nice and everything. Like she was an exciting person, and we hit it off and we were chatting. But over the course of our chat, we asked each other if we had people in our lives. I asked her if she had a boyfriend. She asked me if I had a girlfriend. I told her yeah. I told her yes, I had a girlfriend, but the girl I had then was my girlfriend, but we had broken up. Like that was the person I said was my girlfriend. That was like my first girlfriend at that point in my life, and within our relationship ended in a in an absurd way. So I wasn't even sure it was ended. So, but me and the girl were still talking, and I was still being very romantic with her at that time. But she wasn't really reciprocating it. You understand? Because that one, I think I broke her heart a little bit. She wasn't really reciprocating it, but I was still thinking that relationship could survive. So I told her yes, I was, in a relationship. Why she told me, yeah, she was in a relationship as well with somebody. Because we noticed we started liking each other very well. And then when at some point we started talking, and then I think when she came to see me the first time where I was working, then we kissed and everything. That was the first time I ever saw her. And then she used to refer to herself as my girl. She started referring to herself as my girlfriend. Like, how did she even say it? Fuck, I can't remember. But she referred to herself as my. I think she said she asked me questions like if she passes it out, people come and ask me who's that my girlfriend. I say yeah. And then that's how we started dating. All of a sudden, like she was my girlfriend, I was her boyfriend. But then yes, a couple of things that started happening. She used to work somewhere that involved army people, right? She used to cook in a barrack. I don't know. Some people would say somebody that's always around soldiers is a red flag. But here's the thing: she was an Igbo girl, could cook, right? and she was smart. But the first red flag is this girl refused to tell me her age. When I first asked her age, she told me she was 19. It was unbelievable because she didn't look 19. I have a cousin that always advises me about girl stuff. She's a girl, she's a woman. Like, what am I saying? Yeah, but my cousin, shout out to you. I don't want to call her name so that my other cousins will not know who it is. I'm gonna call her all my secrets. But she always advises me and stuff. And she said, this girl doesn't look, she looks older than you, because and I knew that. I will not lie. I knew she looked older than me. And I didn't buy the 19 thing. But when I asked her, you tell me, because when I told her I wasn't buying the 19 thing, she admitted it. She said, okay, yeah, that's not it. But she refused to tell me her actual age. She just refused. And I had told her mine. So I was suspecting that maybe she knew she was older than me. And that's why she didn't want to tell me her age. And I told her that, yo, maybe you're older than me. That's why I don't want to tell me. You just tell me, I don't care. But she never told me her age, ever. Right? First red flag, hiding things too much. And then one other thing that happened concurrently was that I would say, you know what, let's see here today. I didn't have an apartment of my own. I didn't have a house. I was still in my parents' house, and I was working somewhere. So if I make time and say, yo, let's see here, we would agree we'll fix a date, right? This girl will stand me up. Guy, me like this. Obviously, I wasn't this man then, but like a phone number will be off for hours. I would go. I said one time, let's meet at Benny's home. The bar is cozy and that, and then she agreed, and then I got ready. Oh my clothes, everything. I started calling her before going there, but her line was switched off. But the date, the time, and the location was already pre-planned. It was already set, so she knew. So even if your phone is dead, you can just make it there and find me. I'm your boyfriend, obviously, right? So she never showed. Phone was off for hours till I carried my stood up self. Even people I knew came there and met me. They wondering what the fuck I was doing. I said I was waiting for somebody that never showed. I stood up and left. I fixed another date somewhere else. I think she did that 2 or 3 times. Stood me up completely. Sometimes she would say she's coming to see me at work, and then I would wait, and I would not see her, and her line would not go. She used to do those kind of things. Red flag again. Something else. There was a period where she said she was learning how to drive. Right? Period where she was learning how to drive. It was one soldier man that was teaching her how to drive apparently. And soldiers, and I don't mean anything. I have utmost respect for soldiers that are reasonable, not the ones that think they can just oppress anybody. I have utmost respect for soldiers because what they are doing 90% of the other civilian men cannot do it. But the truth is, a lot of them are decadent, right? They're into drinking, smoking, gambling, womanizing, all of those debauchery. They're just all in. And I know most of them are not good people, right? But she was learning driving apparently with this guy. I used to video call her then. My phone wasn't the best. And so video calls then on WhatsApp wasn't exactly as strong as it is now. So the video calls used to always cut off, you know, and crack. But I could see her in the car with the soldier man, and it seemed like they were in the driving lesson. But I couldn't like stay on the call for long. So it's not that she was in a hotel room or anything. That I could confirm. And then she had this close relationship with the general then at the barrack then on general or something. I mean, he said he's her favorite. The man likes her. She used to cook for him. I think that's the person she normally cooks for. That's the person she works for, I guess. But there's nothing with him apparently then. And I completely believe that there was nothing going on between them. But a girl that looks like that, and to be honest, she was pretty hot, right? She was tall, light skinned, and breast and ass. Well endowed, tall, light skinned, but her face is not it's not everything now. Her face is not fine. That is that would be the second ugliest girl I've dated, right? Because I'm always dating fine girls. I don't know. But her body was on point to be honest. But her face wasn't. Nah. Her teeth is worse than mine. So when those things were happening, and each time it happens, we have a problem. And guess what she does? She cries. But I don't think this is even the first time she cried. But she cries on the phone, and then I start apologizing. And mind you, I said I used to look at these things, but for some reason, yeah, the other things she used to do just made me so impressed with her that I didn't mind. I don't know why. Even with other women, I had known things, but the thing is, the girl I dated before her cheated on me. Right? I don't think I've even dated. I think except in my first relationship where we are not doing anything, having sex or anything like that. I've not been in any I've not had any relationship with any girl that really did me well. Everybody did me dirty. And the first one she did me, that one's another story. Story for another day. So this one, I asked her one day, yo, that your boyfriend, did you even break up with him? Because I had to find out. Because this one, I stopped talking to her. The one I was talking to and was trying to like revive things with. When I started with this one, I just blanked her completely. I said, yo, since you're not even giving me definitive green light, I stop replying her, stop talking. We just stopped talking for a while. And then when I asked this girl, have you broken up with her? She said, yeah. I said, how did you do? She just said she just told him. She just gave me one lame story that she just told him this can do this. And I believed it, right? And I'm the kind of person to check things. But I think after every heartbreak, I become more vigilant and more, careful. And I begin to pick things apart more and more. So then I just took that story for it. She actually broken up with him. So one day she came to where I used to work, right? At the plaza there where I worked, there is a place they sell ice cream, Fun Ice. So she wanted to lick ice cream and buy me ice cream as well. So she came to the plaza that day. And when she came, we were going to the ice cream place. And then her phone rang. She didn't pick it. I looked at the phone. I knew her boyfriend's name then, or the man that was supposed to be her ex, the guy that was supposed to be her ex. I knew his name. And so from the way the name that was calling her was saved, it was saved like a a pet name that was derived from her boyfriend's name with a lot of emojis around it, all the love, hearts, blah 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 emojis around it. She looked at it and she didn't pick it, silenced it. We went over, bought the ice cream. Guy kept calling. She looked at it, silenced it. I saw it, right, but she was trying to keep the screen away from my face. But I already saw it the first time. So each time, even by a slight glance, and I would see an emoji, I'll just know it's the guy that is calling and calling again. But we took our ice cream. I just smiled at her, and we said goodbye, kissed. She took her bike. She went home. I went home too. So those days, my we had a shop close to where I was working. So I used to go home with my younger brother, and our house is far from town. So we would stop and then we'll walk the rest of the way home. And yeah, immediately she left. Right after smiling with her and kissing her goodbye or whatever, immediately she left. I blocked her on WhatsApp. I blocked her number from calling mine, and I was just intent on leaving it there. Like let this whole thing just end here. I don't have time to argue with you. I've seen enough. That's how I felt, right? And then on my way home now, my phone started ringing. So I forgot to block her from calling my second number. Maybe she noticed that she couldn't see my profile picture anymore, and my calls weren't going on the other line. She started calling so much. My governor asked me, it's not this girl that's calling you. Why are you not picking? So I told him, yo, this is what happened. So that's why I did this. He said, but that's heartless now. I didn't hear from her side. This. So he made me feel bad. The way I reacted, he made me feel like that was the wrong thing to do. So I answered the call, answered the phone. She started telling me that how could I do that? How would I just make conclusions like that? This bitch manipulated the fuck out of me. And then said he was just calling her to beg her to come and cook for him. That's what he said. And now I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, your ex. Why would your ex even think that it is okay to ask you to come and cook for him? How does that even make any sense? But somehow, me that time didn't think about it like that. And then she got to a point where she didn't even let me talk. She just got to the point where she just went and then started crying. Whenever she does something wrong, whenever she stands me up on a date and I start scolding her, she cries. And I apologize. Whenever she takes too long to come and see me when she says she's coming and then she just takes so long, she cries. And I complain, she cries, and I apologize. Oh my God. I remember something. The day she was supposed to do her birthday photo shoot, I asked her what she wanted. She told me she wanted shawarma and what and a smoothie, right? I went and got the shawarma and the smoothie. Look at me, oh, lover boy is what I was doing then. I went and got the shawarma, I got the smoothie, and came back to work. And my work then was I was pretty competent, so my boss could leave everything in my hands. So I was at the office alone most of the time, handling things. So I went and got and then I started calling this girl, didn't pick. Okay, I said maybe she's just taking pictures, but yo, you're not shooting a movie, you're taking picture, blah 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 blah, and then you can come and look at the picture and then check your phone, right? Didn't pick for hours, like it was getting dark. This girl was not answering the phone. She finally answered the phone and she was like, it's noisy here. I said, okay, why are you not coming? I'm coming. And I texted her, okay, tell me where you are. Let me come and give you this stuff. She refused to tell me. I think we spoke on the phone. And when I said, tell me, yeah, I said, tell me, let me come and give you this stuff. She refused to pick. She hung up the phone, sorry. And I texted her on WhatsApp, tell me, let me bring this, or are you not coming anymore? No response. Till I got upset. It was normally I go home around 6:30. I used to go home around 6:30. I stayed there till like to 8. No response. And I had to say that I've gone home. That's how me and my younger brother. My younger brother waited for me the whole time. That boy has tried. Waited for me the whole time. Oh. I locked my office shop and headed home. Didn't see her that entire day of the photo shoot. Now, any man that has sense would know that she was with that other guy, and maybe he was the one that took her to the photo shoot, but she didn't plan for him to take her to it. That's why she thought she could come and get her smoothie from me without any wahala. And that's how I drank the smoothie. I think I grabbed the smoothie at the office in the fridge, and then shared the shawarma with my younger brother as we walked home that day. So when I scolded her about that the next day, what did she do? She cried, and I felt bad, and I apologized again. So these days, the disgust I feel when a woman cries, even the emoji where I'm saying something to you, I'm telling you, yo, this thing can't work, and then you put me crying emoji. I really do feel like blocking women when they do that. It's not your fault, though. It's not your fault. It's not you. It's me. But I know how it's being used so much that when you cry, I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. So that happened, right? Here, I have another story of something that happened on her birthday. On her birthday, uh, I planned to take her to the cinema. I think that was when Exeter Cinema was popping. They just opened, and I planned to take her to the cinema. I went to see a movie. She wasn't available to see me until around like 5 p.m. Yeah, she wasn't available to see me until like 5 p.m. or like 4:30, 5 p.m. She's a Catholic, right? I guess. Goes to church early in the morning. I would mass. Yeah, you come back by 10 or 11. Even if you're going to Pentecostal church, 12, you're done. You come back home by 12. You won't live in faith. There are services that end by 11 or 10. So I know that her church ended pretty early. And she said she won't be able to see me that day until evening. This is an old woman I was dating that was smarter than me. That I couldn't see because I was blinded by love. And God, I have plenty things to say about this one. So I wish other people would have sent me details of their own story like this. Let me just relay it this way because now I feel like I'm still in the show with this story. Let me just go on. So I ended up seeing her around that same 5. We went to the cinema, gave her my gift. We took a small walk. I didn't have any car then or anything. We just strolled from a cinema down to high level roundabout. It was a cute stroll. We were talking about certain things. What was I even? We had a certain conversation where I asked one question. What did she? She told me her mother was sick, right? What? Because she used that her mother's sickness to really say no to a lot of things that I asked. Or I can't remember details anymore. But she told me her mother had this sickness, and maybe she used that as an excuse to go home early whenever she wanted to go home early. Or whenever she was supposed to see me and she didn't see me, she would say her mother's condition worsened and then she didn't, I'm insensitive, and then she would start crying and then I'll tell her sorry. Those kind of things. That's what she was doing. And so we talked that day around 7 thereabouts. She went home. When I asked her, but why could I not see you like all the hours between 12? I used to have all these suspicions the way I do have now with people when I see certain things that are shifty. I've always had them, but now I'm more vocal about them. Then they just be in my mind and I will ask, and whatever I say, I will keep quiet and leave it. But keeping quiet makes me believe it and forget it. And then red flags compound that you don't see until when you find out all of them, you just feel stupid. So I asked why I couldn't see her then. She said her office people, this was a Sunday. She said her office people like threw a party for her. I said, okay, cool. So she had to be there with them, and when everybody was going home around 4 now, that's when she now, mind you, she's just a cook in a barrack. People don't go to work on Sundays. Cook will go to work on Sunday, obviously. But in all the video calls when she was working, she doesn't have any colleague apart from one girl she cooks with together. That's all. That's everybody in the quote unquote office. Well, the following day, guess what I see on her status? Her office people doing her happy birthday. That was on a Monday. So what the fuck happened yesterday? I didn't even ask then. I don't remember asking that question then. That's another thing that happened. What else happened in that relationship? So at this point, I was thinking. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, was this girl trying to? Was she in a competition to fix? Like who can fix as many red flags as possible in one relationship with the shortest amount of time without breaking up? Was she in any competition like that? Because when I think about all the fucking red flags, I'm like, yo, cook boy, you, how could you sit through all this shit? But it was love. Guess what? I like this girl so much. I was so proud of the fact that I was dating an Igbo girl, right? Like I knew my dad would like her because she could speak Igbo. And I'm not fluent like that. Like, of course I can speak Igbo, but I'm not like fluent like I grew up in the East. She is fluent like she grew up in the East, you know? And she can cook everything. She's a great cook. And so, yeah, she's really hairy though. And so this is one thing my father would like. So I was really eager for her to meet my father, and she wanted that. I think she had met him once, but not as my girlfriend. Like she had come to my dad's shop one time. He was there and greeted him in Igbo, and she responded and was smiling, you know. But I didn't know her family anything at all. But here's another red flag for you guys. So one time, on all those evening calls when I was calling my girlfriend, she normally likes to go take kunwaya. Is it kunwaya or soya milk? Hot one, right? And she has this one friend. She used to always like post on her status or post their conversation on her status or like throw jabs at her and joke with her on her status by calling her name. That one friend that is her area person. So that friend, she she was taking a stroll to go and get this hot soya milk that evening with that friend, right? And then when she was like occasionally switching between talking to me and talking to her friend, I said, "Yo, true, true. I don't know anybody. Nobody in this girl's life knows me as her boyfriend. Like my friend who introduced me to her knows I'm dating the girl now. The guy who I had on my contact list, who was the one that slept with her that time. I can't ever imagine myself as a man sleeping with somebody that I know who I slept with, like dating somebody that I know who you slept with. I know people are different. I'm not saying that you is a prerequisite, but if you have body with somebody around me, close to me, there is no fucking way and that person didn't date you and keep you as his own. There's no way I'm picking you up and carrying you and as my girlfriend. No fucking way. But sorry, that's by the way. So let me digress a little bit, right? When I asked her how come this guy banged you, she said they were chatting, everything was nice. Like she really thought that he was her boyfriend, that they were going to date. So because the story was that it was the first time they met. She just came to Uniagri to see him, and boom, they banged. So she said, and everything was looking right. The chemistry was just on point. And that guy was a chronic womanizer herself. I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. And she came to school to see him, wanting her to another this level. But after his level, before she would reach her house, the story has casted so much that one of her male friends called her and said, Kai, you are fucked up. Why would you go and you fucked up? Like she left me and she has not reached her house. So the story has already reached her friend that this thing happened. And she didn't know he was that kind of guy. So she looked like the good person in the story to me then. So I didn't think much of it. But even if your story is better than that, there's no way I'm taking that kind of person right now. And I advise you kings, don't do that. Don't do that. There's plenty women. Women outnumber us by 3-1. So you have options, my guys. So um what did this girl do? Yeah. So I said, yo, I don't know anybody in this girl's life. Nobody in her life knows me as her boyfriend. What am I doing? This was much later in the relationship. Oh. And I asked her, mind you, this entire relationship did not last 4 months. I think it's in the fourth month it ended. So all of this was happening week in, week out. So I said, yo, let me talk to your friend. Let me talk to your friend. She refused. She refused to give her friend the phone for me to talk to her friend. She just refused. And I said, let me talk to you. Nope. And that's how that call ended. I remember speaking to her mom once, right? But it's her mom. I'm not going to say I'm your boyfriend, keep my babe from you. I'm not going to say anything. I just greeted the woman, how is business, how is work, this, how is family, and gave me the phone. But so she might have, she must have told her mom anything. Maybe that this is her friend or whatever. She must have told her for anything. So, oh my God, this podcast is reaching 50 minutes. So I said, uh, fine. I left the matter. So the straw that broke the camel's back for me was this. Okay, yeah, one more red flag. One more red flag. I posted this girl one time. Yeah, posted her one time, and what this girl say? That she doesn't like it. She didn't tell me to take down the post, but she said I shouldn't post her again. She said I shouldn't post her again. Oh my god. Oh, another one, another one. So I went to one of my friend Elvis came to Makodi one time to see me, not to see me for something else. So he was lodged at one hotel, right? around the girl's area. So I called her, yo, I'm at this hotel oh, with my guy. Come. She wasn't, what are you doing? She was so questioning me so much. What am I doing? What am I doing at that hotel? At that hotel, at that hotel. I said, yo, I came to see my guy. So when she came, I was at the back, I was at the gate of the hotel with my friend. I said, let's go in and talk. This girl refused. Let's. My plan was to take her to the room, obviously, where my friend lodged, because my friend was going to excuse me. But she refused to enter the hotel. Oh. I said, okay, let's just sit at the lounge. You're not going up to the room. Let's just sit at the lounge and talk. I can't be sitting outside by the covert of the hotel gate and to talk to you. The girl refused. She said she's not entering the hotel. No reason why. I pressed, but I didn't press too much, and then I left it. So Elvis, if you remember when you were at Eja, the girl that came to see me, I told you was my girlfriend. That you didn't like. My guy didn't like that girl. Like I don't know, he just got bad vibes, bad energy from her. That he didn't like her because I thought he would be impressed when he saw her body and all that. Like I thought she was an impressive girl that he would like. He didn't like her at all. Now I know why. So that is another red flag. That didn't happen. So that and the fact that she never posted me, I would say, why don't you post me? She doesn't like that. She doesn't post her guys. Da, 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 da. So she didn't never post. And when I posted her, she wanted me to take it down and told me I shouldn't post her again. That is a glaring red flag that me, Kokebois, in all my wisdom, did not see or did not care about. Look, I'll be honest. I'll say it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it as a definite red flag. So that as well. But the straw that broke the camel's back was this. After she posted something on her WhatsApp status, right? That if you can guess my age, something I don't know about her, or my boyfriend, something that nobody knows me as, I will give you 5,000 naira. That's what she posted on her status. I don't know if she said 5,000 naira or she just said I'll give you money. So I said, okay, maybe this is the reveal, right? Maybe this is it. Maybe she was saving it for this. What she said was so I said let me watch replies and see maybe if my name will come up somewhere. Like anybody had seen me with her that she knows. So she what happened? Yeah, she posted one name first. I said, why is somebody first? I don't know her age now. So people are guessing ages. She will say wrong. So somebody posted an age and another a guy's name. I'm like, who is that guy? She said, no, it's the person that replied it that put his name there just to banter her, just to joke. I said, okay. People were just, teasing her. Hey, single Pringle. Hey, they'll put another guy's name here. People will put her ex's name. She will say wrong, but she wouldn't say wrong whether it's the age or wrong with the name, whatever. So I said, you know what? Let me try. All right, let me try. So what's the age this bitch gave me? She said 19. What's the boyfriend? Obviously, me and her are dating. So me. So I stupidly replied to the status this time. 19. Coke boy. This bitch screenshotted that, put it up on her status. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I say, yo, so first of all, you would not let anybody know I'm dating you. I was dating myself, guy. You would not let anybody know we are dating. You would not post me. But you can go up and deny me. You cannot post that I'm dating you, but you can post that I'm not dating you. What other? So we had a big fight about it where she cried again. But no, this time she didn't cry. I think she was more upset than crying this time. So it was really heated, and I said, no, she said that let's just give our self time to cool off. We are always fighting. Let's just give ourselves time to cool off. So I said, cool, all right, fine. Let's go on a break. So that was on a maybe Friday or something. So I stayed 1 day, 2 days. On Sunday, I said, wait, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing this year. I picked up my phone and I called her. I said, look, I nearly called her name now. See this break. Let this break just continue till we die. Me and you, I'm not doing it again. I literally broke up with her there and then over the phone. And I think I haven't known any greater peace since the peace I felt that day moving forward. My God, it didn't even. I mean, it felt like a heartbreak, but I was too upset to even be, heartbroken. I was the one that left us. So I was prepared to leave. So that, my guys, is the story of the worst relationship I've ever been in. It was packed with red flags. It was sometimes. So now, when I look back at that relationship, moving to other relationships from then, when I look back at that relationship, I said, look, with me being the man that I am, believing in myself that I am of above average intelligence, can be used in that manner, then there is no underestimating what women can do to you. And each time I've been in a relationship, I've always been vigilant, maybe too vigilant for whatever could be that somebody is deceiving me or using my head or manipulating me. I'm too vigilant, and I see it in. I've seen these things in my guys, my friends' relationship. I've seen my friends in relationship where their girlfriends were manipulating them, and I always told them. I've seen myself in a relationship where my guy was cheated on, and I called him and I told him, "Yo, it's your baby." I just saw something fishy right now. I'm the kind of guy to do that. I would, if I see your girlfriend cheating on you, I will cast. Yeah. So I don't know, man. She deceived me, gave me a host of red flags, and it just made me look so stupid in retrospect. And when I think about that thing, I said, I can't believe it is me, this entity sitting here recording this, that was mumued like that by somebody. But it's all good. I'm wiser now, and I'm better now, and I'm fitter now, and I look better now, I'm richer now. Everything like what am I stuttering for? I'm an absolute total upgrade from what that guy was. So that's that. And guess what? Yeah, at the end of the day, the following month was because I still had. I think I blocked her completely. Yeah, I blocked her completely. I remember blocked her completely for a while, and then she called me one day. I don't know who called you. Did I call her or she called me one day? Where she asked why I blocked her, and I said, "Look, we are not doing anything again, so that's why." But I unblocked, and then we were viewing each other's status, and then it was what was it? It was Boyfriend's Day, right? It was Boyfriend's Day, uh, in November or 1 month after that, or like soon after that, it was Boyfriend's. This was Boyfriend's Day, but she was muted. My muted contact. My status was muted. Only for me to scroll down, right, to go and look for somebody else's. Because I go to my contact that I've muted, see if maybe they've changed and they started posting memes or funny stuff. I can bring them back up. Only for me to see the picture of that her so-called ex. So happy birthday, happy boyfriend day, boyfriend. Mumumi, it was still the same year now. I said, you see, but I was right. The girl still went on to lie again. No, that it was just for cruise, bro. How stupid do you have to look at me as? Look, I could talk about this girl all day, but I think I've taken too much time on the podcast. This is more than 1 hour. God of mercy. So, well, that is my story. The worst relationship I've been in, but right now I am in the best relationship I've ever been in my life. Is it's just amazing, to be honest. It's complete opposite of the other one. There's honesty. She's, you know, younger than me and visibly younger than me. So